Cheers, welcome to my channel. This is a daily tarot oracle reading, Tattle Tales from the Vector. This is a general or collective reading, so parts of it may or may not resonate with you. Take what works for you and just leave the rest. This is also a timely reading, meaning at this time it's the perfect time for you. So, I did a quick meditation just to get this reading started earlier, and the lovers came up for the underlying energy in the tarot. So this is the divine. The sun is representing the Most High, God, the energy of shining on this relationship. The sun in the tarot is the happiest card in the deck, and this is representing that energy shining light on this situation. So the Lovers card is talking about a divine couple that is basically ordained by God to come together, and this is talking about a happy relationship that's destined to be. And we have the cloud in between, which can represent just saying that this is a relationship with someone that maybe you haven't met, or if you have met them, you haven't had a relationship with them before, like not a significant other one. And then we have the death, which is transition. And this is from my oracle, Tales from the Vector, that's Tails. And this is the card about transition. The dragon's name is WAITE, and it's about the winds of change. And so this is talking about the cycle of birth and death, and how in this particular reading, this is a baby dragon and he has an angel with him, the blue bird of happiness. They're not in great shape here. They're possibly about to make a transition, but this is also talking about due to indifference on other people's parts in many ways. So this is talking about the winds of change, and it's also saying that at the last minute, there's always hope. The sun, when the sun rises, it's a new day. And then we have this energy of the Two of Swords. This is talking about the element of air. We're talking about an energy of this Two of Swords is representing someone who has a closed mind. The swords represent your mental intelligence, discipline of your mind, basically your thoughts. As I said, they represent air. And this is talking about someone who can only see two ways of doing something, either this way or that way, my way or the highway. So it's talking about this energy that's very... it's not open-minded, and it's not using the intuition. She has a problem, and she's blindfolded, showing that she can't see a solution other than these two. And there's never only two solutions to any problem. She's leaking energy, like this is like draining her energy, being caught in this energy. Her feet are, in body language, when your feet are turned out like that, it's leaking masculine and feminine energy from your base chakra. And that's about survival in the world. And then we have her arms crossed over her heart, protecting her heart, saying that she's feeling very vulnerable, perhaps in matters of love. And then we have the right arm is holding the left arm back. The right arm represents logic. The left arm represents intuition. So it's like the logical mind is taking over and saying, no, don't use your intuition. But we do have a new moon in the background here representing this is a great time to use your intuition. If you use both together, you're going to find more creative solutions. And the blindfold sometimes can represent someone who just doesn't want to see the problem, like really doesn't want to have to look at it. So they're just kind of, half-hearted, like looking at it. Or it can sometimes represent saying, hey, you need to quit thinking so logically and use your third eye. There's a saying, because you have eyes, you cannot see. And that means like the human eye can only actually see about a small bandwidth of what's really in the spectrum of light. And so, like my cat, for instance, she can see things all the time that I can't see. She'll go running around here and get the zoomies, and I'm like, what are you chasing after? And so a lot of times people will say, well, I'll believe it when I see it, but really, you're not really ever seeing the full picture anyway. So it's more, using your intuition along with your logic is the perfect combination. And we have the King of Cups, and this is talking about the king is the most emotionally available of all the kings. He is sitting out in the middle of this chaotic water. He's on his on this cement slab. The chaotic water, like this, like a rough water in tarot, represents volatile emotions, sometimes mixed emotions. It can represent being in a chaotic state, and also sometimes it can just represent, he's in the eye of the storm. This is showing like he has learned how to discipline his mind so that he has a disciplined mind and he doesn't let his emotions carry him away. So he does have a cup of love here that he wants to offer, and he's got his right foot forward here. This is talking about, he's ready to offer this cup, but he's waiting for the opportune time because he's emotionally intelligent enough to realize maybe whoever he's offering his cup to, if they're in this kind of mind, then they're probably not going to be that accepting of a cup of love at this time. He might have to wait a little bit until the chaos settles down. And this could be, either one of these could be your energy. But the king, when this card shows up, it's saying it would be a really good idea for you to, quiet your mind down, calm down, breathe, go inward, get your emotions under control before you make any decisions, because there's not only two ways ever to doing anything. And I don't feel that, if this is your energy, you don't really have the full view of what the problem is or what the solutions could be. Then we have Justice coming in. So Justice is talking about, it's coming from the spiritual realm into the physical. She also has her right foot forward. So maybe the king is waiting for justice to come in for this situation so that you're more open to this cup and will be able to be more accepting of it. She's ready to bring that justice through. She's got the sword in her right hand. Now, the sword of justice is a double-edged sword. So it's saying that if you're on the right side of the law, it's going to be a blessing. If you're on the left side of the law, or like on the on the wrong side of the law, you're about to receive karma, basically. And justice is double-edged, and in people's perception of whether it's a good or bad thing. And this is talking also about the thin veil between the spiritual and the physical realm. So this is talking quite often, this can be talking about redemption from karma, clearing up a bloodline sometimes of karma. A lot of people think that karma is punishment, but karma is actually cause and effect for your actions or sometimes your inactions. And we could have direct karma that we do something and we purposely cause suffering or struggle, or our actions do cause that. And or we can see someone struggling and we could easily do something to alleviate it and we choose not to. Indirect would be sometimes leftover energy. Maybe if your parents or your grandparents, great-grandparents crossed the veil, they weren't able to clean up all the shift that they had to clean up before they crossed. And so someone in the family has to look after that. And this can cause, it's a weight for the whole, heavy weight for the whole bloodline if it's not dealt with. And so associated karma could be that, or it could sometimes be people that you associate with. like in business, in partnerships, in friendships, all of those kinds of energies. Even family members, extended, and from your original family sometimes. So because this energy can also represent your paternal bloodline. So this could represent your father, grandfather, great-grandfather on your father's side. It could represent people who you look up to as a father. So this could be, or you could be a father. And this could be the father of your children. It could represent an energy of someone that you consider to be like a father, like maybe an uncle that you're really close to. This can be male cousins and brothers. And then we have, right after this though, the justice. As soon as this justice comes in, then we have 10 cups. So this is talking about ultimate fulfillment, the promise of being able to have this ultimate fulfillment in a perfectly imperfect world. Will it be absolutely perfect 24/7? No, but this is saying that there's this possibility, this rainbow after the storm could come in, and we could, end up having a lot of love in our life and feeling fulfilled. This is talking about, having the partner and the children, having a safe home in a place where you love to live, and maybe having a career that you're enjoying, and your clients, you enjoy, it's like a beautiful lifestyle basically, and a lot of love, like having a lot of heartfelt energy where you live. Being happy basically, and that would maybe that's this new lover energy. I mean, we do have the king here ready to give this cup of love, and I feel this is going to be a transition from this energy once the justice comes in, and that's what's holding him up from doing it. I feel this would be your energy. This is talking like the wounded warrior. The wounded warrior energy is someone that has been working very hard to plant these wands. So this is the element of fire. It's talking about, they're made of wood, the wands, because wood fuels the fire, and it's about taking action passionately. And so they represent the actions that you've taken, seeds you planted to grow these. And then the heart, when they grow, then you have your harvest. And even despite having some sort of energy that's really weighing you down here, you can see this person is struggling, like they're tired. They've got their head bandaged up, they've got a headache, but they've managed to land these 8 wands, and there's only 10. So this is talking about, really hanging in there. If they've fallen, they've gotten back up, they're determined. The wounded warrior is someone that's staying on their destined path. They want to do things the right way. They're a good person. They care about people, and they want to make sure that they're doing things in the proper way, and being on the right side of the law. And then we have the 9 of Cups here. You see, if the king does hand this cup here, it's saying that the wounded warrior would have this, be able to take, like if this action happens, that extra cup is going to add to this. So this energy, these cards, quite often they do come up together. It's interesting. I haven't seen these cards out for a while. This is talking about, you notice the body language is similar, but here there is leaking from the body, again from the lower. What I mean by that is, like, if you picture a vehicle and you say, this person, these were tires. How far do you think your car would get with the feet turned out like that? So if he has to jump up at a moment's notice, he's not going to get very far very fast. Where you see where the king, he's got his foot forward, he can get up in a split second. And so that's what I mean by, and it leaks the energy. It's like too open. But he does have his arms here in an infinity symbol, which can represent infinite potential. This is someone who's been successful for sure in the past, and it could be a public figure. This energy. you know, it looks like he's on a stage. We can't tell, like these 9 cups are saying that, you know, this is something that he wants. He's used to being successful. He doesn't have it yet. Or it doesn't look like he has it yet. And there's like, and for him to get that 10th cup, he has to stay in the game. And this card is saying, like, we can't tell, are these cups behind him on the shelf behind him and he already has these 9, or is he still working on them in the present? They're right above his head, or are they forward and he's a little bit back on the stage? And this is talking about he's close to having the 9, and then it would just be this 1 cup. And so remember in tarot, the energy or the characters in the tarot are not gender specific. So the king could be a female in her masculine energy, and this woman here could be a male in his feminine energy. So this is talking about stay in the game, maintain your focus, don't lose focus now. Like, he's so close. People quite often, they lose their focus right about before they're about to become successful. And that's when, you know, you end up like someone else sprints ahead of you in the race and crosses the finish line before you. We have, here we have the 9 of Pentacles. You know what? I'm missing a card here. I just realized, well, I guess this is going to be a little bit of a shorter reading. I usually have 5 cards here. We could add one here. Let's just see if we add one here. Oh, look it. Okay, maybe that was what we needed to do. Actually, this would be here. This would be here. This would be here. And this would be here. That's better. Because I want to get the correct story for you. I don't know how I'm a little bit on the tired side today, and just my brain, like, it's like I think I've got the fog from the Mercury going, and the full moon energy, just feeling kind of really in a kind of a real chilled out mood, actually. I'm just like not really feeling really logical right now. So we have this energy of the Queen of Cups, and maybe maybe that's the energy here. It's just kind of feeling like, I just feel like taking it easy today and just chilling out, and who cares what's happening in the world out there? You know, I've got food, I've got, you know, I'm comfortable. It's that type of energy. So this is talking about the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups energy is, you know, this would be a couple now. And I feel like that's what's important, that this came in the order that it did. So, and the Queen of Cups and the King of Cups could be a couple now. Like, if this cup of love is coming in, and it is talking about waiting until this energy is crossed. Actually, this is here and this is here. That makes sense, because look at this. Now that makes sense. There we have it. Yeah, that makes more sense. So now this, it feels like the king was, something happened here. So there could be, this energy could be saying like, that this energy, maybe you do open up to your intuition. We do have a full moon. It's in like 3 days. So we're definitely feeling that energy. And it's actually about, it's a Capricorn full moon. So it's about career and reputation, and also about your home life, because Cancer opposes it. And it's kind of, I feel that's why I'm in this energy, like where I'm just kind of like, been having a lot of downloads and like thinking about this and that, and just feeling like looking things up and being in that kind of energy, just, you know, just allowing the energy to flow. And I feel like that is a good energy to be in right now. With the Mercury in retrograde, not pushing through so hard, as you know, like, and I feel like it could also be an energy just coming in, the Mercury retrograde and that energy of the moon, of the moon coming in together. I just feel like it's talking about chilling out a little bit. That's the energy I've been picking up a lot in the last just in the last 2 days. And so this is talking about, this could be a couple now. Like, this could be like, this is who the king is offering his cup to. I'm not 100% convinced of that, because sometimes when these two come out together, they can represent parents. So as this is the paternal line, this is the maternal line. And this is someone who would be sort of like a trad wife energy, you know, someone that, you know, is a homemaker, that type of thing, staying home with the family, looking after the children, baking, you know, a trad wife energy. And her home is like a trophy for her. And so I feel like this is kind of that opposing energy to wanting to go out there and work and be out there in the public, and that kind of energy, and wanting just to stay home and just, you know, chill out and have a relaxing weekend and not be feeling like you have to go and do things. You know, it's that's the energy I'm picking up. And so I might be picking up someone's energy that's in that energy in the reading. And so this could be that this has happened and this couple is coming together, but I'm leaning towards this being like like parents or grandparents or great grandparents, that sort of energy. We'll see. You know, for the Queen of Cups, her cup is like a trophy. That's how she looks at her family. It's like, you know, the most important thing for her. She's not usually, she could have a career, but she's not, her main career, as far as she's concerned, is being a good mother, and that. And this sometimes can talk about the DNA. The maternal bloodline it can be traced because of the mitochondria in the cells. So mitochondria is like the battery for the cell. It's the energy, you know, it gives it a lot of energy. And that is passed down to both male and female children, but it is only carried like down the bloodline by the daughter. So you can trace a maternal bloodline way back through the mitochondria. If they in the DNA, they can do that now. And this card quite often does come up as like, sometimes it can be about adopting, and like this is someone that would take foster children in, you know, that type of energy. And we have the Nine of Pentacles here. This is talking about living a really good lifestyle after this hardship. So maybe this is like kind of this traditional relationship. We'll keep going and we'll see. This is pre-Empress energy. So this is talking like the Nine of Pentacles is, you know, there's only 10 pentacles in the tarot. So this is talking about it reminds me of Nikola Tesla. It's he would always say, if you knew the beauty of the 3, the 6, 9, you would have the key to the universe. And I feel like it's talking about this ratio. Like, she has learned the give and take in life. She understands that to be successful in life, you want to give to other people and be generous and all that, but you need to make sure that you look after yourself. In the way that you always have enough to meet your own bills, and you know, have enough to do that, and look after, you know, your house, your businesses, all of that. Because if you don't, then you're not going to be able to look after anyone. It won't take long, and you won't be able to empower anyone. She has her hand on this 6, it's 2/3, and this 1/3. You know, there's 3 pentacles here, and she maybe uses 1 to invest in something that's a little more risky. So if she loses, it's not going to stop her from being able to look after her financial needs. And then maybe another one she wants to give to charity, and another one maybe saving up for something, you know, a special occasion for the family or whatever. But she has the foresight to understand that. You know, it's good to be kind, it's good to be considerate, it's good to be loving and take people in that. But if you take a bunch too much on, then and you don't have enough to sustain it, then everybody's out on the street. It's that kind of energy. And understanding how much to invest in any given project or person or whatever it is. And what is the return you anticipate? And also, is it a fair exchange of energy? And it doesn't necessarily have to, I mean, you can do, this is definitely an energy of having gratitude and doing things out of the kindness of her heart with these two together. But it's talking about making sure that you have enough that you can continue to do it, if you understand what I'm saying. And then we have the High Priestess energy coming in. So definitely this is talking about the High Priestess, a lot of information coming in. The High Priestess, she's been coming out a lot. That's not uncommon because we have the full moon and our intuition is super sharp at this time. And so this energy, she's sitting in between these two pillars. This one is representing Jesus and this one, the devil. So there couldn't be two things more extreme than that, really. And she is, all this information is pouring in. Information does equal energy, and she is having to sort out the information to make sure that she's using it correctly. Now, to be able to do that, she needs to logically ask the question, and then maybe she'll get 10 logical answers, and they all make sense. But which one is the best one for her particular situation? That's when she needs to stop thinking and feel, and use her, instead of using her mind, use her brain, her central nervous system. Your central nervous system is your brain and the components of your spine, your nervous system. There's sensations that run through your body, and you can feel that. A lot of people can. If someone's like weak to energy and they're not in alignment with it, they'll quite often describe it as like feeling like they're in an elevator and the elevator drops, in your stomach, or you get goosebumps or you get tingling or whatever that is. Whatever those sensations are, that can say that you're, out of alignment with the energy. That's, that one isn't the best solution. And another one will make you just feel like you're standing up strong and you feel like, this is the route I'm going to go. And once you have that, then okay, out of those 10, I'm going to choose this one. And then I'm going to apply that logically to the situation. And quite often you'll get a really good result by doing it that way, combining the two. It takes a little bit of getting, you have to work on that. Through meditation and prayer, you can teach your mind to be quiet and, just so that you can feel what's in your heart as well. And look at this. We have some energy. When I feel this is what this is talking about, there's a lot of potential here for having all this happiness. And now there's passion coming into the situation. So I'm not 100% sure if this is parents or now this is this energy of this pre-empress energy that is feeling passionate about life again because maybe this situation has been cleaned up. And, it could be karma that she cleared for, some justice came in and karma was cleared for her parents. I feel like it could be that energy. And then we have, because judgment's being called. And look, the trumpet is blowing. This is God's judgment has been called. And there's a new passion for life again. The ancestors are climbing out of their boxes. They're thrilled. Woohoo! Finally, this karma is cleared. They're so proud of this energy for figuring it out. That's what I feel this is talking about. And the trumpet is blowing and everybody's, the descendants are waving to the ancestors and saying, the bloodline is free of that energy. Now we can move forward in a strong way. That's the energy I'm picking up. So maybe that's why I've been like kind of dreamy in this reading. It's kind of been like, I've been feeling this like underlying energy of just like, kind of like just floaty energy, like just relief. And then we have, look at this, we have the earth angel energy. So this is talking about having temperance, being able to control those emotions came in really handy for sure. And I feel that this is, this could be the parents, maybe you learned from your dad how to control your emotions. And this energy now, I just feel like because you're on your destined path, and that's when this big shift is coming in now. And it's talking about not just a shift for you, but for the whole bloodline and for your descendants. If you have any, like if you're thinking about starting a family, that type of energy. I feel like this is about someone who's definitely on their path. We have, with the temperance, it's like her foot's in the water, and remember, it's her right foot showing action. This is the universal pool, and she's adding her own special alchemy, her own talents to the mixing that in. And then look where she has her left foot. There is flowers growing. And this is about someone who's a very high vibrating, like manifesting at a high level, very kind, you know. And that's the hope of Vayu, the dragon. They need someone to not be indifferent, and they need like this kind of energy to come in and rescue them at this point. Sometimes people need rescuing, and this is that type of energy that will do it. And a lot of passion for moving forward in this energy. Like this is saying you're not tired anymore. You know, this is a gift from the divine that you're waking up in the morning now, and it's like, I feel so good about my day, you know, and it's because this energy is being cleared. And look at, then we have this pentacle energy, and that's talking about all of this energy coming in. And if there's a reward coming in, maybe there was some sort of energy here where there was some missing money or something from your parents and that you were supposed to receive. And we have that energy, this reward coming in now, because that would be 10 of Pentacles then. And the 10 of Pentacles is sometimes considered like a windfall coming out of nowhere, something that you weren't, that you weren't really expecting. And really, if this is really powerful energy, like this is a new ace of, you know, like saying there's passion coming in, and there's this, you know, this promise of all this love, and it's talking about, you know, your ancestors being thrilled because the energy is clearing, and possibly this is when the new lover comes in. Maybe this is your parents, like, you know, facilitating that in the spiritual realm. Really awesome energy. This is a reward for being on your destined path, having the patience to be on your path, being a good person, being kind like your parents. I feel you have kind parents. That type of energy, and this is again saying staying on your path and following your North Star energy. So that's using your intuition as well as your logic to make strong choices, and taking the time to get in that energy, like to calm that mind down and realize, hey, there's not only two ways of doing anything. There's way more solutions to this problem. And I feel that this is talking about moving out of this energy of just barely having enough, like being in an energy now where this is about the 3 stages of making money. And this can be talking about having a strong foundation for moving forward, but not having enough to follow your authentic desires and or your crowning glory. I feel that this reward comes in, and this is the difference between the lifestyle that you were living to being in this pre-Empress energy, and then even more of a reward coming in. This is talking about having your back to the city and leaving your comfort zone and taking the risk maybe that you needed to take to leave your comfort zone and okay, I'll look at the situation clearly, and I'm getting goosebumps. So this is talking about using, being in that, and then all of a sudden these new aces are coming in, and it's saying this is a strong foundation, but you're missing out on opportunities. So you need to be like the you know, this pre-Empress energy where she invests some of it in a bit riskier, not so much that she won't be able to meet her needs, but enough that it could add to her financial portfolio. And and this is that's a big difference from that to this energy. That's 10 Pentacles there. And whoops, we have this, look at, and then this is the official card of marriage. So this is talking about, you know, this is a lot of times saying, now, so this could be the couple, this could be your energy, or maybe the pre-Empress energy meets someone now, and this is talking about you're going to have that, and you will be able to. This new lover is coming in after this transition occurs, and this energy is cleared up. And now, like, this is the potential to have a real strong foundation to get married. This is saying you have the down payment for the castle. You have the, the question was popped. You say yes, and they say yes, and you're working on the wedding, and then you're going to be working on the relationship after that, and it's very fulfilling. Now, it could be that this is you as the couple, or this pre-Empress energy. This could be the parents, and we cleaned up this energy. It depends. I feel like it could be either or, and we don't really have a clear indication as of yet who the lover coming in is, but it is saying that there is someone coming in. But I feel like this transition, because these two came out together, I feel this transition has to happen. And then this is the promise of that happening. We have the King of Cups. This is saying control your emotions, use your intuition. You'll have a new passion for discovery. This is about a new passion for moving forward in life, because this justice comes in. And this is the difference. This is going to be a reward, that you're going to be in this energy instead of in this energy, and have this opportunity for love coming in. Your ancestors are literally cheering you on, going, woohoo, the judgment is in. They may have worked really hard to, and I was watching this video today earlier. I was just being lazy and sitting and watching, and it was talking about a couple where the older fella had worked in the oil field for years and years and years, and it was about shortfall from some of the that he passed on, and his widow had the energy here, and they found out that when the grandmother passed, they found out that there was way more money than they thought that there was, and it was that kind of information. Like, they actually went through the paperwork and realized that there was about another $1 million there, and so it could be talking about that type of energy. This is talking about this reward that you weren't really expecting, but because you stayed on your destined path, it's a reward coming through from the divine, and that you will have this love as well. And I feel like this person coming in could be someone that is either maybe in public office, or they're someone that's known to the public. So you might know of them, but I don't feel that you've had a relationship with them before. And then this is talking about opening this mind up. And clearly you did here. It's a big change going from this energy. It's really interesting how it's being shown here. And I'm going to clarify it further with my oracle cards. If you're leaving the reading here, thank you for your time and energy. I just feel like this is I'm just getting so many goosebumps. Like, I feel like there's some beautiful energy, like a lot of love pouring into this reading, a lot of pride, like really proud of you. Your parents are really proud of you. So are your grandparents. Everybody's cheering on the other side of the veil. They're like, woo, ooh. You did it. You did it. I keep hearing that. You did it. You did it. And so this is the numbers on these cards represent the paintings in the gallery on my website, talesfromthevector.com. And I will put them in the description box below. Whoops. So that you can, if you want to look them up, you can see what the paintings have. So we've already talked about the winds of change coming, and it looks like they have come through. This is really awesome energy. And then we have the bluebird of happiness. That's kind of representing this angel. She is the bluebird of happiness. And when this indifference, she comes back to life, and is like in this beautiful, oh, I'm feeling so much energy. She comes back to life, and all the baby dragons have an angel that goes with them. And she just, as soon as someone shows that kindness and breaks the familial curse energy, like, and that redemption comes through, boom, all of a sudden she's like this beautiful peacock, like bluebird of happiness. And so that's the energy. Like, it's a real powerful feeling. So worldly and otherworldly desires, I do feel like that definitely is talking about this. That can be a karmic space that we fall into. We need to sometimes, sometimes people don't care about their spiritual needs, and all they care about is money. But sometimes people are too spiritual as well, and they don't look after their finances in a way that provides a beautiful lifestyle. And there's got to be that logic and that intuitive, the 3D world and the spiritual. If both sides are looked after, both sides of that sword, you're going to have a much better lifestyle. And then you don't fall into like an anticlimactic, life sucks kind of energy like we have in this closed mind energy here. We have the Aries energy. I just want to point out that when horoscope signs show up in my readings that are collective, I'm not talking about individuals. I'm talking about the energies coming in from the horoscope signs and what can we learn from them, like the actual state of being of the sign. So Aries is the newborn infant. It's the very first sign. And it can be very Rammy energy. The Ram is representing Aries. We had a lot of planets move into Aries in particular in the last 6 to 9 months. And it's been pretty intense for a lot of people. There's a lot of new energy out there. And a lot of people are finding like doing things the same old way, like having a closed mind. I'm going to do it this way, my way or the highway. That energy is not working so well these days. You have to have an open mind. And, an open mind can be like a parachute. It can save your life. And then we have the star energy coming in. So the star is very similar to the energy of the earth angel, only it's more galactic. It's coming from the heavens, from the stars. And, scientists have found out that stars are made up of a lot of water, as are people. So you're closer to stardust than you think. And this is talking also about staying on that destined path, following your North Star energy. That's what the reward is for. Maybe one of you, that your energy is this earth angel energy, and the person coming through is more of a galactic energy. So you have both the heavens and earth covered. And then this is talking again about using that third eye, as well as your logic. And we have the hangman. So the hangman hangs from the tree of knowledge, and he hangs there until his aura lights up. And he's hanging upside down because he wants to look at something from every perspective. And then when he feels like he has gained new perspective, then he takes action. And it's a balanced energy. In my oracle, this is actually a really pretty dragonfly, and she's doing a headstand on an echinacea coneflower. And that is representing the echinacea is a very healing herb. And so this can be a very healing energy to be in. And then we have the Pisces energy. I feel like this is definitely, I was going to bring it up, but now I'm going to for sure. This is talking about one of the planets that moved just in the last, it's been maybe 2 months now, not even. Neptune, which rules the Pisces energy, moved out of Pisces. Now Pisces is the senior executive of the horoscope. So this energy is like the senior executive. It's a water sign. And this is about an authority figure and really understanding how to, like you figured it out. Neptune was really comfortable in Pisces because it rules Pisces. And it was the planet Neptune is very big. It takes 14 years for it to move from one sign into the other. And it just did so about a little under 2 months ago. And so this energy is talking about, moving from, like, for 14 years, it was in the Pisces energy, doing things from a more idealistic way, a little bit more dreamy, a little bit more, kind of like authoritarian, but oh, it'll work out, and you have systems in place, and you figured out how it works, and you have all these shortcuts because you've built these systems over the last 14 years to get shift done. But now it just moved into Aries, and Aries is the newborn baby, as we said. And the baby's crying because nobody can figure out how to please it. And it's that, like, we've moved from the watery energy into a fire energy, and it's it's aggressive, and it's like you have to learn how to do things all over again. So sometimes if you're in this energy of like things not working out, it could be as simple as you just need to tweak it a little bit and look at it from a slightly different angle, and you might be able to get a really good result. It's kind of, I've been describing it as the feeling like, when you finally figure out your cell phone, and then they update it, and then you can't figure out how to use it again, and you gotta get them, you gotta look everything up and figure out how to use it. It's that kind of energy. In the end, there's some benefit to it, but it's irritating because it's like, man, I just finally figured this out, and now I've got to take time to figure it out again. Are you serious? And so the dissension, this is a tactic, and this is saying with friends like this who needs enemies swimming with sharks, and this is on this pentacle energy here. So I feel this is more something that happened from this senior executive, like this is representing the King of Cups and Queen of Cups energy, I feel. And they may have, something may have happened. The truth is coming out in a lot of the readings right now. We also have a lot of energy coming in from Uranus being in Gemini. And that energy we haven't had since World War II in 1941 to 1949. And bottom line is there's a lot of truth coming out. And we're still dealing with the truth that came out from World War II and the aftermath. And now we are in similar energy. We haven't been in that energy since. So bottom line, the energy of Gemini, of Uranus and Gemini, is the truth is coming out. So like from a long time ago sometimes. And it's really weird how it's coming out. It's coming out in weird ways, weird truths coming out in weird ways. Like it's just I don't know, it's just a different energy. I'm getting a lot of goosebumps again. Oh, and look at this, on this passion. We have again saying that there's a lover that's going to adore you. And so we have that twice here. I feel once this transition happens and you're in the mood, you're not like, struggling with all of this energy. And then we have Gemini coming in here. So this is saying again, the truth is coming out about something, and then this lover will come through. I really feel like once this is cleaned up, and this can be talking about the Mercury retrograde, in 2 days here from when this is going to be posted tomorrow morning, we're going to have Mercury going retrograde for, 3.5 weeks basically till July 23rd. And that scrambles the communication a bit. And so Gemini is ruled by Mercury, and but it's also talking, I feel, about that Uranus and Gemini energy. Uranus is a pain in the butt for people who were on the wrong side of justice. And it's so weird because it's an energy of, being like thinking you got away with it. It was 75 years ago maybe that it happened. And yet this could be your great-grandparents. Who knows what this is about? So should we take one more card? Yeah, let's see. So we have destruction at the top here. So I feel like this is talking about what sometimes people feel as progress is not necessarily progress for everybody. And I feel like this is talking about I feel your ancestors are really were really upset because they put a lot of work into making sure that their descendants would have this generational wealth passed down, and somehow I feel something happened with them. I don't necessarily feel this is with you, and it could be some sort of I keep getting these goosebumps. So just pay attention to your intuition. And I have a feeling things will work out. And then who knows, maybe even the person that comes in with this information is going to be this lover. We have this coming in twice here. But I got that right away from the very beginning of the reading. It's not until this transition occurs. All right. What an interesting reading. All right. I hope you've enjoyed it as well. I like readings like this because the energy feels really warm and loving from the ancestors. They're so happy. They're so proud of you. Whatever you did, you might not even realize what you did yet. But I feel like when the rewards start coming in, you'll start to get it. Thank you for your time and energy. I do hope you've enjoyed this reading. And I want to thank you for your likes, your comments, your shares, subscribes. I really do appreciate them all. It's really empowering me to build my channel. Bye for now.